Unlike other cabinet positions, economic managers appear to revolve around the same pool of economists. What can we expect from this set of economic managers? That big question and more with economist and assistant professor at the University of the Philippines School of Economics, Dr. JC Punongbayan. Dr. Punongbayan, thank you for joining us and welcome to The Big Story.
Hello, Ed. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Sir, let's start off with that. The choices for the economic team finally revealed today. What do the choices tell you?
Well, very much, Ed. Ang sinisignal noon ay continuity. In fact, I would say na napaka-importante nung competent economic team insofar as we are coming from a pandemic recession and we are experiencing a 3-year high inflation rate. So we really need experienced and very smart economic managers. And luckily for incoming President Marcos, we have a set of experienced economists, and he just appointed them. We can expect great things from them.
Yes, sir. Well, clearly, very, very familiar faces. In fact, I do remember Secretary Jokno from way back during Cory Aquino's time. He was Undersecretary of Budget and then Secretary under Estrada. But, sir, at the same time, you might have a paradox here. On one hand, you have continuity. On the other hand, you have the public supposedly looking for change, looking for an improvement in their lives different from what happened in the last 36 years. So how do you balance that?
Yes, well, Ed, we could also say that we are living in extraordinary times insofar as, for example, the economy that President Duterte inherited back in 2016 is very much different from the economy that Marcos Jr. is inheriting right now. Aside from inflation, although economic growth has been picking up of late because the economy has has significantly reopened, nababalita rin, for example, yung all-time high na debt or utang ng Pilipinas. And then Secretary Dominguez laid down some measures, some suggestions on how to address that. And that will require, for example, the need to impose possibly new taxes in the coming months or years, or to impose or to cut back on some spending items in the future. So these are great economic challenges, and at least we have that set of competent economists on board.
Yes, sir. Sir, nabanggit na rin ninyo yung proposed changes or reforms ng DOF for the next administration. Let me go into that. Your thoughts on the new taxes being sought by the DOF for the new administration, as well as the deferment of portions of the train law.
Yes, well, actually, yan yung inaaral ng economists right now, and we can expect that the Department of Finance, under the leadership of Benjamin Jokno, will do the same. It will require a number of calculations. For example, what if yung ganong klaseng suspensions are implemented, who will be affected, and how much of their welfare will be reduced. For example, if there are new taxes. We can expect and we should demand those kinds of studies from them. But definitely, the incoming economic team will have to grapple with these hard choices. Thankfully, Bongbong Marcos has a very huge mandate, more than 31 million. So this is an opportunity for the government to implement what one might say rather unpopular decisions or policies. Kasi andyan yung mandate and we expect that Bongbong Marcos will continue to be popular despite the imposition of those difficult policies.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was looking at the list of proposals from the DOF, and some of them do appear to be, sort of bitter pills. So you're looking at the increased road users tax, increased taxes or excise taxes on motorcycles and pickup trucks, 1 peso additional excise tax on petroleum products, increasing the coverage of EVAT, among other things. Even single plastic bags are going to be taxed. So how does that come across to you?
Well, nakita nga natin, meron doon item na even social media influencers will be taxed more intensively. I think that only speaks to the dearth of resources faced by the government. Ang daming inutang ng Duterte administration to address the pandemic and to provide economic aid. But in fact, we need to see kung talaga napunta doon sa pandemic response yun. Pero having said that, we can expect that as the economy reopens, there will be less pressure to borrow in the future. Pero in the meantime, kailangan na ma-address paano babayaran yung utang ng nitong current administration, Duterte administration. So there could be many things that can be done here, and let's see kung ano yung mga final policies that the economic team will come up with.
Maraming salamat po, Dr. JC Punongbayan of the UP School of Economics.